Hello everyone, this is Austin from the NERF Core, and this is my 2020 NERF Arsenal update. So yeah, it's been quite a while since I did my Arsenal, and that's because I wanted to do this as an annual thing. So every 1 year anniversary of my channel, I'm going to do an Arsenal update and just see how much it's grown. So a couple things before we get started. I counted both the blasters from the last video, which I will put the link to that in the description below. So if you want to watch that before you watch this video, then just go into the description and find the link there for the first one. And then you can kind of compare the amounts. But I counted them up, and I don't think these numbers are exact. I think I might have missed 1 or 2 or something like that. But in my first video, my Arsenal video, it was about 39 blasters, which, I mean, that's a lot, but not like nothing compared to this Arsenal. Now I have about 106 Nerf blasters. Yeah, that's a lot of Nerf blasters. So that, and that is including Busby for both of the numbers too. And then another thing too, I just wanted to thank you guys for like the the attention and stuff. Like it was 1 day ago, or I mean 1 year ago on this day, February 18th, that I started my channel by uploading that first video. And I think I was at 60 subscribers, but now I'm at 59 because someone unsubscribed. But anyways, 1 year after starting the channel, and I get to 60 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. So I just want to thank you guys for the support and that stuff. I really appreciate it actually. And this is my 1 year anniversary, February 18th, for my channel. So are you guys ready to see my Arsenal? Because it's pretty cool. So let's go see the Arsenal. Alright guys, I'm now going to go over every single Nerf blaster in my arsenal. So starting off in the top left, we have the Mega line with the Mastodon, 2 Big Shocks, a Magnus, a Cyclone Shock, a Bulldog, and a Lightning Bow. Over here we have the Zombie Strike line with the Hammer Shot, the Clear Shot, the Double Strike, the Sludge Fire, the Sling Fire, the Dreadbolt, and the Lawn Shot. I only have 3 Doomlands blasters, and they're all in the Impact Zone sub-series, but the blasters are 2 Desolators and a Lawn Arm. I think the amount of N-Strike blasters that I have from last year probably tripled. I mean, look at how many I have. I gained a lot more N-Strike blasters from thrifting, so let's get started. So at the top, we do actually have a Vulcan with the Vulcan belt and tripod. Behind there is a Blazing Bow and a Big Bad Bow. Now, to be honest, I don't even think the Big Bad Bow is N-Strike. It doesn't say on the blaster anywhere, and also the box of the Big Bad Bow doesn't say that. But there is one thing though that it is kind of N-Strike, and that's just like the artwork of the box really does look like an N-Strike box. And I don't know, I still kind of consider it to be N-Strike. If if anything, it really is an N-Strike blaster. So that's why I have this in the N-Strike line. Then I have a Stampede, which is broken. I do actually have 2 videos about that, but sadly that is a broken Stampede. But I still included it because, it is a part of my collection, so I thought I'd still include it. Then I have a Recon, a Firefly, a Deploy, a Mag Strike, an Alpha Trooper, Barricade, Reflex, Element, Switch Shot, and then I have a Secret Strike along with this. This is a McDonald's toy. If you've seen this, then that's pretty cool actually, but I don't think there's a lot of people who know about this. This is a McDonald's toy, and there are actually a whole bunch of them, actually. Or I think there are like 3 or 4 different variations of this. But this one was a double launcher, so you could shoot both of them at once. Now, I unfortunately only have the 1 dart, and it's made out of plastic. Also, I don't know if you can see that or not. Or yeah, you can see that. It's all like chewed up, the tip. I think my dog must have gotten a hold of this, but it does still work. And it's just a really cool collectible in my opinion. I do wish I still had the second one though, but it does still work, so I just wanted to show that to you. And I did actually have that last year when I did my Arsenal video, but I think I forgot to put it in. So then over here we do have a Maverick, a Night Finder, Midnight Maverick, Midnight Night Finder, a Gear Up Maverick, and then a Gear Up Raider. And then I got a Raven, which I just love the Raven, that's my favorite blaster. Sonic Fire Barrel Break, which is really cool. Got a Lawn Strike, there's a Titan here, a Hornet, and the Scout. These three blasters, the Titan, Hornet, and Scout, they go together in the ultimate, or it's the Unity Power System, that's what it's called. Now, the Scout, I really need a red Scout if I want everything to match. I unfortunately have this green Scout, which does not match, but I can still technically do the whole Unity Power System, it's just it doesn't match, so I would really like to get a red Scout so that they all match. Next is the Vortex Blasters. This has also tripled, because last I only had the Vigilon, the Proton, and then the Ditron. Those are the only ones I had when I did my first Arsenal video. So this has definitely tripled. So at the top of here we have the Nitron, then we have the Praxis, the Lumitron, which is literally just a Praxis, except it comes with a Firefly magazine that, uses the Vortex discs, which is pretty cool. And I actually do like the look of the Lumitron more than I like the Praxis, because the Lumitron almost reminds me of like a Raven or something. It's pretty cool. And then down here I have the Pyragon, and then a Ditron. That one does not work very well, but it does still technically work. But then I have this quote-unquote whiteout Ditron. I've explained it before, but this one works fantastic. Like, it works perfectly, so that's really awesome. And I think that looks way cooler than the normal Ditron. Then we have a Vigilon, Proton, and then two whiteout Protons. Again, it's not really whiteout, but I have other videos explaining that too, so I think these also look really, these things look way cooler than the normal Proton too. It just looks amazing. And now for the Elite Blasters. So my most recent Elite Blaster was this, the Infinus, and I just love the Infinus, and I got it for $30. I do have a review on that. And then I have a Crossbow, Sling Fire, or Sling Strike? I'm pretty sure it's Sling Strike. Yeah, it's Sling Strike. Ruckus, Triad, Jolt, which, one thing, the Jolt is technically in the N-Strike line, but I consider it to be Elite because, it gets Elite performance, and it looks Elite too, so I still consider it to be Elite, but technically it is in the N-Strike line. Then we have a Retaliator, Spectre, Strong Arm, and two Stripes. Oh, and then we do also have this over here, which is the Snapfire. So NERF also made these Elite XD blasters. All they are these re-released Elite blasters, but they have the color switched around. Now, some of them are actually orange, but you get it. So there's a Retaliator, Rough Cut, Triad, Jolt, Fire Strike, Strong Arm, Ravenfire. Now, the Ravenfire is not actually XD. It does look XD though, but I still consider it to be the XD Raven because that's essentially what it is. So I put it with the XDs. And then an Alpha Trooper. Now, NERF also has these Battle Camo Blasters, which are Walmart exclusives, and I do have two of them. So I have the Rough Cut and the Fire Strike. Next is the Modulus line, and this hasn't changed one bit. I have not gotten one Modulus Blaster since last year, which is, kind of unfortunate actually, because I do really like the Modulus ones, but this is all I have. So, Tri-Strike, Evader, and Strife. So, I actually have managed to acquire a few more vintage blasters while thrifting, so let's take a look at them. So, I have two Blaster Balls. The Blaster Ball was the first NERF blaster ever released in 1989. Then we have the Bow and Arrow, 1991. Then we have the Rattler, 1994. And then we have this, the Ball Blaster, which was in 1999. So I've also acquired a few more Dart Tag Blasters, so let's take a look at these two. So first I have the Swarm Fire, Sharp Shot, a Green Fear Fire, Green Hyper Fire, a Blue Strike Fire, which actually in my last video I didn't know what this was called, but now I know, so it's called the Strike Fire, and then the Electronic Flag thing. So next I have some miscellaneous blasters. So over here we have a Buzzsaw, then I have this Captain America shield thing, which is pretty cool, that also opens up. And you can see it holds two darts and then some dart holders. It's pretty cool. A Reactor, that's the older version, that's blue. A Nano Fighter, a General Grievous pistol, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I could be wrong. And I'm pretty sure it's NERF official, but I could also be wrong, so. Then a Grenade, that's not NERF official either, but it's still pretty cool. It can shoot, or it can propel either half threats or rival rounds. Then we have a Sweet Revenge, which this is the only Rebel blaster I have. Then I have a Tech Target Eliminator. Over here we have the Rival line. Now, I don't have a whole ton of blasters in the Rival line, but I do have a few. So in the rival line, I have the Knockout, the Chronos, and most recently, the Charger. My most recent video was actually a review on the Charger, so if you want to watch that, then go check that out. And as you can see, I am, in fact, Team Blue. I have a ton of NERF magazines over here. So up here I have a bunch of 6-round magazines, then I have some 18-rounders, some 12-rounders, and then some 10-round magazines over here. And then I have 3 different drums, or at least dart drums. So I have a 25 dart drum, 30 dart drum, and 35 dart drum. And then over here there's a Vortex 40-round drum, which that came with the Pirate gun, but it can also be used with like the Praxis and stuff like that. And then down here I have 3 10-round magazines for the Vortex line, except this one is the Firefly magazine. Now let's go over my attachments. So I have some stocks over here. I have 2 Praxis stocks, a Raider stock that's not the true Raider stock. It's actually supposed to go with a Star Wars blaster, but it is technically a Raider stock. It's not the true one. It's not like from the Raider. And then we have the Module stock. We have the Alpha Trooper stock, the XD one, except it's also a Spectre stock. And then we have a Chop stock. Now let's go over my barrels. So I have 2 quote-unquote long-range barrels, a proximity barrel, an ion fire barrel that is actually the one that comes with the Module Strife. It does actually have a different color on top, because this is green. The ion fire one is orange, which is weird because the ion fire blaster has green. I don't know why they did that like mix match, but if you put this one on the actual ion fire, then it wouldn't match. Then a chrono barrel, recon barrel, evader barrel, launch strike barrel, and then the launch shot front gun. Alright, so I have some different sights over here. So first is the long range scope, then the nitron scope, red dot sight, and the recon flip up sight. And then over here we have some grips, or some foregrips. So there's this one, which is actually the Modulus grip, except this one came with the Module Strafe. And then this is the foldable grip, that comes in the, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the Stealth Pack, the Module Stealth Pack, I think it's called, something like that. And then we have a couple more attachments. These aren't really anything too specific. These are just kind of, kind of those, I guess this could be like called a miscellaneous section. So we have like, a bipod, the recon flashlight thing, a dart holder that holds 8 rounds, and then this is the twin slice that holds those 2 blades. I don't have the blades in them right now though. I only have one AccuStrike blaster, and that is the Raptor Strike. So I guess you could say that I do have another one because I had the Bulldog, which is Mega AccuStrike, but it's really more Mega than anything. So this Raptor Strike is actually really bare. I do have a Raptor Strike magazine, but I didn't thrift that with this. This I thrifted pretty bare. It doesn't have the bipod, and it doesn't even have the little flip-up sight, which does kind of suck. So hopefully maybe I can get one of those sometime, because I would like to have that on here. I also only have one Ultra Blaster, and, well, for obvious reasons, because this is the only blaster that's out right now. However, there is going to be the Ultra 2 and the Ultra 4, which do look pretty interesting. The Ultra 2 is semi-automatic, and it holds 6 rounds. It's pretty cool, and it's like rear loading. It looks awesome. And then there's the Ultra 4, which is a one-shot pistol with like 2 dart holders. That I might get, but I'm really not too interested in that one. So this is the only Ultra Blaster I have. Now this is kind of interesting. I thrifted this with my Clear Shot. It was in my most recent thrifting run actually. But this is a NERF basketball. Now I called it vintage in my stream, but this is actually only 2004, which I kind of guessed that it wasn't actually too old because the NERF logo, it is the older NERF logo, but it's not the 1900s logo. So, but it is still older, I guess, and it's just something I kind of wanted to show you. It's supposed to light up. It's called the Night Jam NERF hoop, because there was also the hoop that came with this too, but you would press here, and I don't think the batteries, I don't know if there are batteries inside or if there are, but they're dead, but it's not working. So I mean, hopefully it does still work. I'm sure it is just the batteries, and I think I can open this up too, but I just wanted to show this to you guys. It's not a blaster, that's for sure, but it's pretty cool actually. Alright guys, that was a lot of blasters, but it's not done yet. There's still a little bit more that I want to show you, so let's see what's still left. Alright, here I have some knockoff blasters. Now, this hasn't really changed at all, except for 2 things. 1, I do have a belt blaster belt now, and 2, I can't find the ultimate snipe blast from the last video. I don't know where that thing is. And then I also had a scope too, which I think was like from a laser tag thing or something that I also had, but I can't find that either. But what I have here is the belt blasters, the ultimate rapid blast, and then there should be the snipe blast and the scope. This is where I store all of my NERF ammo, so let's go over everything. So normally there'd be a box that stores all my magazines right here, but I had that dumped out, so that's why I don't have this here. And then there's my mega box with the normal mega darts and also mega AccuStrike darts. Then there's ultra darts, koosh balls, which are the same diameter as the NERF ballistic balls, but that actually makes sense because these are actually made by NERF. The whole koosh line is made by NERF, or I guess you could say Hasbro. Then I have streamlines, vortex discs, you know, stuff like that. I also have the glow darts in here too. So all those like discontinued kind of ammo types are in here. I have rival, which I really don't have, that many. But as time goes on and I get more and more rival blasters, this bin will definitely fill up. Then I have some battle camo darts. I actually have so many elite darts that I had to take out the battle camo darts in here and put them into a separate bin. That's how many elite darts I have. And then, as I said, you know, elite darts, a whole bunch of them. That's on my AccuStrike and Doomlands ones in there. And then zombie strike darts and the arrows and shells. And then I have my modulus darts. And then over here I do have 2 Titan rockets. So this one, if you look at this, it's in great condition. Like, it looks amazing. This one over here, which I don't think I've even really showed this, but yeah, it's really not in great condition. That actually happened recently. The tip did actually come off, which I'm gonna have to fix. But it's honestly not that bad. It's just I gotta fix that tip. But it's actually still in pretty good condition. But I just have to fix that now. That was pretty recent. I have 2 mag strike clips, and then I have the Demolition Missile right here, and then I do have this NERF bag. I got this off of eBay. It's like a camo bag, and there's also more darts inside that are like camo suction cup darts. I want enough more streamlines and whistle darts. So over here I have 6 blazing bow arrows. This is where I store all my NERF blasters. Now, a long time ago on my Discord server, I did actually show a picture of all my blasters here, but I know a lot of you people have not seen that, and that was also a long time ago, so I just wanted to show this to you. So, over here I like pile blasters up, put like bows here. I have this little NERF thing here, which is kind of cool. I thought it was just a little decoration, I guess. And then like over here I have some pistols, and I put my retaliators and stuff like that over here. And then like my attachments go in this corner here in a bin, and I put blasters here and, you know, up against the walls and stuff. It's really cool. And then there's one thing that I need to show you guys. I wanted to show you guys this. So the sticker keeps coming undone, but I have this in my NERF arsenal. It's the little Firefly logo and then an 18 Max sticker. And the reason I put the 18 Max was because, first of all, I thought it looked kind of cool because it's like those, you know, caution stripes. But this is actually the sticker from the Firefly magazine, the Elite one, because I got that kit. And I just decided to print out a picture of the Firefly logo and then slap that on, and I think it's pretty cool. So it kind of indicates that like this is my NERF arsenal. And over here I have my Enforce things, so let's take a look. So I have the Crimson Marauder, the Normal Marauder, the Warlock Axe, and the Vantage Sword. I also have a few targets up here. So I have 2 of these tech targets. This one is an older one, and then this is a newer one. And then this is a digital target, which I think is actually the most recent target by Hasbro. Here I have some of my NERF gear. So I have a tactical vest, a sheath, I have these sleeve things I can put on that have the NERF logo on them, and then other little details. And then there's these 2 wrists that hold darts. And then I have this face mask. I have 2 dart tag vests, and then a little pouch that holds darts. I also have a pair of glasses. It's safety glasses, but I don't know where they went. But you've seen those already. Alright guys, that's all I have to show you for this video. I thought it was really interesting to compare my arsenal a year ago to today. I thought that's just really cool. There's a huge difference, and my arsenal is a whole lot bigger, which is pretty cool actually. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next video.